welcome back to Guns Up Review. Today, I'm looking out for you. We're going to talk about binoculars. We're going to talk about several different kinds. What should you go by? What kind of hunting do you do? I'm not talking about birding. My videos are going to be focused mainly on hunting. So, let me tell you about the binoculars that I have here, and I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Guns Up Review. We're in the man cave today, and we're talking about optics, handheld optics, optics that aren't attached to my rifle, okay? I've got to admit, most of the time if I'm going hunting and I'm going to use a scope, I would just use my scope on my rifle to, to scope out what it is that I'm looking for, right? I rarely carry binoculars, but I think binoculars are a good way to, especially when you are in environments where you have to be very stealthy with your movements. Swinging a rifle around with a scope on it is very easy to alert all the game in your area that you're moving, and it's easy to disturb them. So I'm going to show you a few tools that I use and kind of see what you think about some of the tools that I use. Now, number one, you've seen a video on this before. This is a little short. I went into Cabela's and I said, look, I want to buy one of those scopes that y'all have or one of these stocks that your scopes are mounted on for display. And a kid said, hey man, we got a whole bunch of them in the back. You just want one? And I said, yeah. And he said, here, you can have it. And out the door I went. So, he just gave it to me. I don't know if he was supposed to, but anyway, that's where I got it. And I have an extra scope mounted to it. Now, this is a little bit shorter. It's easier to swing around in my stand. I just like the comfort of looking through a scope. For me, it's easier to do, okay? And so here, and before we get going too far, let's talk real quick about how to use a scope. A lot of people ask, do I need my glasses? Should I be looking through my scope with my glasses, right? Or should I be taking my glasses off? Really, the answer is you can do either one. Now, a scope is not going to matter a terrible amount, but to be honest with you, I like to take my glasses off. Now, I am nearsighted. I guess I can't, as the older I get, I can't read. Far away, I can see fine. So I can look through my scope with no glasses on just fine. Now, binoculars is a different story. Okay, binoculars, when you want to look through binoculars with your glasses, okay, it's all about eye relief and focal length of the binoculars, okay? So typically, if I'm gonna have my glasses on, what you have to do is these eye cups will fold down, okay? You need to fold those down so that you can get the binocular closer to your eye. If you wear glasses and you wanna use your binoculars without glasses, just leave the eye cups extended, and that way you'll get the proper spacing between your eye, the surface of your eye, and that focal length where the binoculars start to make sense, okay? So I can see just fine, and that works really well without my glasses. I actually prefer to not have my glasses on if I'm hunting or shooting. And that goes with shotgunning as well. I don't like to shoot a shotgun with my glasses on. With shooting glasses or safety glasses, that's fine, but I don't know. It messes with my sight picture, and as I'm swinging around, I get double images and whatnot. So I don't like to wear them. Another thing that people don't really tell you, everybody knows what binoculars are, but a lot of people don't know how to use binoculars or how to adjust them, how to focus them, right? There's a couple of steps. Number one, the first step is to, of course, put them up to your eye and then shut. Every pair of binoculars will have a diopter adjustment on one of the two lenses, okay? And what that does is that our eyes very, very seldom are exactly the same. The focal length of one eye versus the other one is not necessarily exactly the same. So what this allows you to do is get one eye in focus, and then when you go to that second eye, you can adjust that. So here's what I like to do is always look through your binoculars first, okay, and close the eye, right, that has the diopter adjustment on it, okay? Put them up to your eye, and then adjust your focal length up here on the top for that one eye that you're looking through, okay? Get that adjusted just where you like it. Now close the eye that you just adjusted, and then focus the second eye with the diopter, right? And now both eyes should be focused at that focal length, and then you should be able to use your glasses. The other thing is that you need to be careful about is adjusting them in and out this way, right? Because what you want to do is get the center of your eyes, the spacing between your eyes, the same spacing between these two lenses. And the way you do that's pretty simple, is you pull it together until you look at the image, and you'll have a double image. And when it lines up and those are on top of each other and you get a single image, then you have that spacing between your eyes set just right. So that's how you use binoculars now. So let's talk about binoculars. Okay, so do I like this? Yes, I like this, but it's bulky, it's clumsy to carry around, and you know, I don't know. If I'm sitting in the stand, fine. But if I'm going to be walking around all day, you don't carry this, and that doesn't even make sense. Okay, so we don't do that. So if I'm bow hunting, right? If I'm bow hunting, then I use this as my binoculars. Okay, so I have a harness here where I can wear this, and this hangs right on my chest. Because when I'm bow hunting, this is my rangefinder. It has a 2x zoom on it, right? And so I can look at something because with this has a laser rangefinder. I can push this button, and with bow hunting, I get two benefits. Number one, I get a magnification, and number two, I get a ranging. So if I'm bow hunting, typically this is what I'll carry with me, okay? Now, if I'm hunting, right, there's in Texas, I don't know, I probably can't ever see a deer where we hunt more than 100 yards away. But just because the brush is so thick, you can never see past that, right? And so, do I need a pair of $1,200 Swarovski glass? No, I don't need that. Maybe if I'm a guide in Colorado and I'm trying to scope, you know, a mountain a mile away, then I might need a pair of $1,200 glasses. But for most of us, that's a little bit extreme. So let's start off at the bottom end, right? How many of you have seen these binoculars, okay? Everybody has these binoculars. They must have made 10 million pairs of these. These were made for Montgomery wards. They're 7 by 35. What that means is it's a 7x magnification, and then 35 is the field of view, or 35 millimeters is the objective size there. So I'm going to get a bigger field of view with this than with something like a 25. You know, these are not great. Any garage sale in the world you walk up to probably has a set of these for sale for $5, and they're worth about $5, okay? But they're easy to use. They're very rugged. They're all metal, and they've been around forever, and they're super easy to adjust. Now this one, my diopter is total junk. It just does not adjust. So this is a pair of beaters, and you can give this to the kids and let them go out and play outside with them, and you know, I haven't lost anything. So I have a set of, these are Nikon action binoculars. These are 8 by 40s. Now, these binoculars are about $150, $160. You can find them on Amazon, and they are great. This is a great glass, right? I don't know. These are terrific binoculars. Okay, they're so bright and so clear and such a big field of view. But they're also $160. Now, if you're like me, you only use your binoculars during hunting season. I don't go birding. I don't go watching all that kind of stuff. I don't use my binoculars very often at all. But when I do, I'm carrying a pack or I'm carrying my equipment with me, and I don't want something, I don't know, this is kind of big. These are great binoculars, don't get me wrong. But then I'm out in the stand or I'm by a tree or something, I lay those down and go along, you know, or I put them in my truck, and somehow I always get those misplaced, right? I don't want to misplace a $160 pair of binoculars, right? So what is there another solution? Is there something that's good that I can get that's not expensive? And if I do misplace it or lose it or whatever, I'm not heartbroken about that, right? I want to show you this. Okay, now you can get these on Amazon. This is on Amazon. This is a Sharpoptics binoculars, okay? And you look at this box. This is the most bland, plain box. These are made in China. They're cheap. Well, let's say they're inexpensive, okay? So let me show you what you get for, I think these are $26, somewhere in that neighborhood. They're not expensive at all. So in this, you get, of course, binoculars in a case. You get instructions, which tells you exactly what I just told you. And then you get a a cleaning cloth, a lens cleaner, and then you get it looks like a little lanyard. Okay, so you can put them on a little lanyard. Okay, now these are made in China. Okay, and I know what you're saying. Well, that Chinese stuff. Well, here's what you think you're going to get, right? This is super junk right here. This is probably in some kind of like giveaway things for the kids to play with. It's plasticky. It's rattly. It doesn't have a diopter adjustment on it. It's got plastic lenses in it. It's a plastic housing. This is what you expect. You know, I'm buying binoculars from, you know, Chinese-made binoculars. They're going to get these. This is junk. This is not what you're going to get, okay? Let's look at these binoculars, okay? Now, I'm quite impressed with these binoculars. You know, here's what you've got, okay? These are Sharpoptics. Now, see, now I'm going to have to put my glasses back on. This is a 10x binocular by 25. So the objective here is 25. And these are compact binoculars. So instead of the lenses with the mirrors in these going to the outside, they go to the inside, right? So I can carry these super easy. They collapse very small. It's the size of my hand, right? And, you know, here's what you get, okay? Now, what do I get? Well, I get, whereas like this is like a coated metal, the Nikons are metal under here with a rubberized coating over the top of it. So these are heavy. This is not. This is some kind of a, I'm sure this is like a nylon or maybe a, I don't know. But it's definitely plastic, right? But the lenses are glass, okay? It does have a really nice diopter adjustment on them. They have a really super nice diopter adjustment that's really easy. And they have foldable eye cups. Now I'm gonna tell you, these eye cups are super stiff and they're hard to fold if you want to fold them down for your eyes. That's not it can be done, but I mean it is stiff. I'm folding it there. Folding. Okay. And will it stay down? Okay. Well, I can't get it to stay down. So I would say that the folding eye cups don't work very well on these, but as far as the binoculars themselves, let me take my glasses off again. Okay, they're easy to adjust. They are super bright. Now these are actually more magnification than my fancy Nikons, my $160 Nikons. These are 10x. Okay, so these are still really, really nice and they really magnify well. Do they let as much light in as this does? No. The bigger the objective, the more light's going to come into your binoculars and the brighter your image is going to be. So is the image in these as bright as these? No, it is not, okay? But if I'm outside, now I'm inside right now, but if I'm outside, I'm going to get enough light where these function just fine, okay? Now, here's the deal. You get this nice pair of binoculars for $26, okay? 10x binoculars that you can carry around, and if you lose them, it doesn't break your heart at all. I do not understand. Please tell me how they do this. How do they manufacture this for $26, put this together, glass lenses, these pieces are really quality pieces. I mean, it's a really nice set of binoculars. Put it in a container, ship it all the way to the United States, distribute it, get it to a house for $26. How do you even do that? I don't know. So anyway, the bottom line is this. I will recommend, if you're going to get a pair of binoculars, number one, have something small, something compact, okay? Number two, if you're like me and I'm misplacing stuff all the time, I would have something that didn't cost very much. You can spend $1,000 on binoculars easy. I think that's crazy dumb, unless you live in Colorado and you're like an elk guide and that's what you do every day. You don't carry a rifle around, you carry binoculars around to scout for clients or whatever. If that's the tool that makes you money, then get the nicest there is. But if you're like me, a casual hunter, something like this, right, it goes a long way. Now, here's something else that's nice. Let's just say, let's go away from hunting for a second. let's say you go to the theater, right? What do you want to carry? Do you want to carry a big giant set of binoculars, or do you want to carry something that your wife can fit in her purse or whatever you can carry in your pocket? You want to carry something small and unobtrusive. Then these work really great for something like that, a sporting event. These are really great because they're still 10x. If you get something with more than 10x on the magnification, it's so magnified that just a shaking in your hand means the image is not clear, it's not still, and it's moving around, and it's hard to focus. So anyway, I really love, if you can afford it, Nikon makes a really fantastic product. But this is a completely different deal. So $160, I could buy, what, 6 of these guys. And so, you know, as often as I use binoculars, I will go to something small like this. And I don't think there's anything wrong with going with, something similar to this. So these are really quality binoculars for $26. I mean, they really are quality binoculars. So, can they hang with the Nikons? No, they don't. But it can't because of physics, right? I mean, you're talking about optical quality here for the amount of light that can come in here. You're just going to get a better picture with something that's bigger, okay? But anyway, do you carry binoculars with you all the time through the whole hunting season? Or, not really. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment. I'll see you next time here on Guns Up Review. Also, if you check the comments, I'll leave a link in the description for the Amazon link. Get you a pair of these. And then if, you can not worry about damage them or losing them. So get you a pair of these. You'll really be glad you did. Talk to you next time.